really give them credit for doing something that was in the comics. Ghost Rider just has a lot of bad things in it. The scene with the helicopter, I mean, throwing it off, like he grabs it with a chain, throws it off the edge, it would probably break into a million pieces and fall and crash. I mean, it's stupid. The way there's the three other villains. What was it? Air, yeah, original. Air, ground, and I don't even know, water, something like that. The way he defeats him is just stupid, and especially especially the ending. The ending is just so bad. Ghost Rider sucks. Stay away from it. It's just bad. Moving on to number 3. Number 3. How? How did they mess up a character like Catwoman so much? How? Let's see the things that's wrong with this movie. For one, this is. I'm not even gonna go into Act 2. I'm just gonna go on what's wrong with the basics. The basics of Catwoman. Number 1, they don't even have the name right. In this name, her name is something Patience. Catwoman's name is Selena Kyle. Number 2, Catwoman is played by Halle Berry. That makes her black. Catwoman's not black. I'm not saying that racist. I'm just saying Catwoman in comics is not black. Number 3, her villain is a cosmetic salesman whose cosmetics give her invulnerability. What are you thinking? How the heck did they make this so bad? The Catwoman character was so boring, and as most of you know, they named Halle Berry the worst superhero actress. They gave it an award, and she showed up for it and said, "Man, this was a horrible movie. You guys are right. I'm so sorry." I'm ashamed to say that I bought this movie, but I didn't buy it for the movie. I almost knew the movie was gonna suck. It was only $5, and I bought it because it was a special feature thing on Catwoman. For one thing, another thing that's wrong with this, they don't even name the city. And it's not saying that it's Gotham City. And for another thing, they give her powers. Okay, these all cats jump on her and go, look her in the eye and a bunch of stuff. And she has superhuman agility and she can jump from walls and stuff. Catwoman has no powers. Okay, she's just a very clever thief. And in here, she takes back the stuff she steals. She's almost like, oh, what am I turning into? Oh, I'm taking stuff. Oh, that was wrong. I'm putting it back. Oh, what's wrong? Jeez. For one thing. Another thing. Her costume. I know the whole point was to have fanboys go, no. That was Michelle Pfeiffer. This was just... looked like she went into the dump and was like, yeah, that fits. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. There was no art direction in this whatsoever. It was completely made up. It's like, hey, let's make an action movie about a comic book superhero. How about this? We do that, except we totally don't do what the comics did. Okay, who's a hero? Let's use Catwoman. Isn't she a villain? Yeah, we'll just put her as a hero. An anti-hero. That's what they did, basically. There is nothing from I cannot think... No, there's not one reference to any single thing in the comics. Not one. When you're making a comic book movie, you should have reference, or at least Stan Lee in the background. But, well, of course I couldn't do that for this because it was DC. But, I mean, come on! The movie's just a hunk of garbage. It's not worth seeing. I kind of bought the movie just to see how bad it was. Don't. It's not worth it. You will just waste your time and grow hatred for cats. Moving on to number 2. Number 2.
Pharaoh.
Venus? When?
Rena Vaccaro. Mark McClure.
That's Clark Kent's cousin.
Art Bachner. And introducing Helen Slater as Supergirl. Adventure runs in the family.
Piece of crap. Adventure runs in the family. More like bad movies run in the family. Yeah. So they tried to save. I'm not sure when this came out, but I'm pretty sure they tried to get Superman back into this by putting out a Supergirl movie. It is one of the worst pieces of garbage I've ever seen. I mean, it makes no sense. This witch is obsessed with this boy. Okay, let me just say that the boy, the love interest between Supergirl and this boy, the boy's more of a damsel in distress than Lois Lane. He's like, oh no, there's this runaway construction thing after me. Watch the full trailer, and you'll see how lame it looks. And let me tell you something. It's lamer than it looks. It is bad. It's just... I mean... It's just... it's such a horrible movie. I watched it, and I was looking at it, thinking, why did they do that? Why would they do that to her? Okay, she's in her ship and stuff is she's in her ship and it crashes, and guess what the first thing she does? Now in a movie nowadays, she would crawl from the wreckage, probably with barely any clothes on, going, oh, what the, and then be like, whoa, I have these powers, what's going on? No, she flies out of the water, goes, woo, and guess what? She's in full costume. She's in a Supergirl costume. How does that work? It doesn't, because Superman's costume, he was supposed to make himself, I believe. But she comes out of the water in a costume, even though she did not go into the ship with a costume. Boo! It made no sense. It's stupid. And she comes out knowing all of her powers, not saying, whoa, what is this? How can I do these marvelous things? She goes out saying, yeah, no big deal. I got superpowers. Woo, deal with it. And she goes, and the villain just was like, I put magical spell on you, send you to defensive zone. Please, thank you, come again. Okay, it wasn't an Indian person. It was a witch that was supposed to be all mysterious, but bad. Horrible movie. Never see this. Never. You see some guy saying, hey, wanna go see the Supergirl movie? I have it right here, it's only for $1. I'm like, never. It's a complete waste of my time, and I never want to see it again. But here we go to number 1. And it's a travesty. A crime against heroes. Let's see it. Number one, it's the worst movie of all time for superheroes. It's crap. Scrappity crap. Crappy.